Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. We're going to talk about walking away and letting go. It's power. This is a power move to walk away from a toxic relationship. Toxic relationship. Many times we're in these relationships and we women, we want to make it work. Most times it's us putting in the most work to keep these relationships together. Now, if the man is toxic to you, why would you want to keep it together? Anyway, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to change. If he is already disrespecting you on so many levels, you need to start respecting yourself and think about walking away from a toxic relationship. Now, some women don't feel like they have the strength to walk away. You may be tied to this toxic relationship because of finance. That's why a lot of women are stuck in these relationships, because the man is the one controlling the finances. And so to survive, they feel like they have to stay with the man. And the man disrespects you, treats you all sorts of ways, and doesn't care. Because he knows he's in charge of you. And he feels like you don't have the nerve to leave him. He feels like he's got you hooked and tied down to him. Ladies, if you start loving yourself and start working on yourself and building yourself up, you'll find the strength to leave. You'll find the strength to walk away from it. You will. In my last relationship, I was with a narcissist, and even after he left me, he was still trying to come back. It was, they leave you, but not really. They just go over here for a minute. Narcissists never really leave you because they need that supply. So they're going to continue to try to come back. But for me, when I finally got fed up and I walked away from it, it was freeing. It was powerful. All of a sudden, I didn't have that headache anymore of dealing with a toxic person. Toxic people can make your life miserable. But a lot of women get stuck in these situations because it doesn't start out like that. Usually these situations start out pretty good. You think you've got something, a lot of fun or whatever. But then when the man feels like he has you, now he's going to show you his true self. And his true self may be violent. His true self may be emotionally abusive. or sexually abusive to you. What do you do? Now, a lot of women feel stuck in these situations because of income. Because the man, you know how men want to do, they want to be in charge of everything. So they want to be in charge of the money. And so you feel like, where can you go if he's, if he is supporting your living, how can you walk away? How are you going to take care of yourself? What's going to happen to you? A lot of women find themselves in this situation right here. They can't move because the man has the purse strings. That's why I tell you, ladies, don't put yourself in that position. But if you find yourself in that position, you can still walk away and start over on your own. Start building something of your own, where you don't depend on a man for your support. Because when you depend on someone else to support you, they can do you like they want to. They can do you like they want to. You see? And if the person is an abusive, toxic person, guess what you're going to get? Nothing but toxicity. Because that's all they have to give you. It's toxic. But guess what? You can increase your value by walking away from toxic people. Because you will leave them in awe that you had the strength to leave me. Toxic people find this hard to believe because they feel like they beat you down to the nub. You don't have any strength to walk away from them. You don't have that kind of power. But ladies, I'm here to tell you, there is power in walking away. Now, if you're with a mate that you like, you like this person. This person has been nice to you or whatever. Now, the person is not really toxic. The person's not toxic, but the person decides that they want to sow their oats. We'll put it like that. They want to go out and sow their oats. The way that they tell you is that I need some space. I think I need to just take a little break from this relationship. Need some space. When they tell you that, ladies, don't break down and have a tantrum and cry and weep and please don't go. And ladies, know your value. And when they decide to leave, let them go. Let them go. Wish them well and let them go. But if one day they decide that they lost something special and they want to come back to you, don't let them just come right back. Don't just welcome them with open arms and tell them how much you miss them and you so glad y'all back together. No. If they stood up and told you that they're going to leave you, well then, if they want to come back, then they have to prove themselves to you. That you can trust them. That you can trust them again, if you trusted them in the first place. They need to chase you all over again, not to just come and pick up where they left off. And that's what men want to do. You see, they want to leave you because they know they might want to come back. You see? So they don't shut the door completely. They just leave a little crack. Just leave a little crack in so they can come back later. If they come back, you make them work for it. You make them work hard for it. This way, your value is way up. Your value and your self-worth is way up because you've shown this person that you don't need them. You don't need them. But if they want you, then they have to prove themselves all over again to you. All over again. Ladies, you must respect yourself and know your value. Know your value. Now, if you're with a person that is mistreating you, and hopefully you're not locked into the person financially, because this is where women get locked down, in the finances, because they depend on the men to make a living for them. To make a living for them. And even if the woman's working, 9 times out of 10, the man is still in control of the finances. That puts you in a predicament. Because if he is mistreating you, where does that leave you? You're like captive. Like a captive. You can't move. You can't move. But hopefully, you've put something away for yourself. You put something away for yourself. So that if you need to pick up and walk away, you can. You can. You see? When you do this, when you walk away from toxic relationships, you gain respect. You're not just going to take anything from anybody. No, these people must respect you or you're not going to put up with it. This is what you're showing these people. That you don't need them and you don't have to put up with whatever they're dishing out. Whatever they're dishing out. You see, this is all building you up. Building you up. You have to love yourself and not let anybody else make you feel bad about yourself. About yourself. Don't give that power to other people. You keep your power. You keep it. And when people mistreat you, walk away from them. Let them go. Let them go. And unfortunately, sometimes these toxic people are family members. That makes it kind of difficult. You know? But you can't deal with them if they're toxic because they're always going to make you feel down, sad. You know? They're always going to make you feel bad. And you don't want that. You want happiness in your life. You want happiness. So you want to clear out all negativity in your life. Clear it out. You don't have to put up with it. Now, I know I've been talking about relationships and the power of leaving, of walking away from a bad relationship. But relationships don't always have to be just between a man and a woman. How about friend relationships? You may have a friend that's toxic. You see? You may work on a job with your boss is toxic. You see? When you are around toxic people, they make you feel bad. Criticizing you, disrespecting you, and just putting you down all the time. These are toxic people. And you don't need to live your life in toxicity. No, you weren't meant to live your life like this. There's power in you walking away and starting on a new path, on a more positive path. Don't allow people to destroy your life. And if you stay with toxic people, that's exactly what they will do. They will destroy your life of all happiness. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship. It could be virtually anyone. If they're toxic, you know it. You don't feel good around them. You feel kind of funny. You want to get away from them. And if you are linked to them in any way, you may need to walk away. You may need to walk away for your better good. You're not walking away for them. You're walking away for you. For your better good. For your own peace of mind. Your own happiness. You have to go. You can't stay in toxicity and find happiness. The two don't go together. The two don't go together. But respect yourself and quit looking for validation. Validation outside of yourself. That's another trap. When you need somebody else to tell you what a wonderful person you are. You should already know that. You should already know that in your own right, and nobody should be able to sway you away from that. No matter what they say or who they are. Ladies, I hope that you understand this message because it's so important. There is power in walking away from these toxic people. You're saving yourself. And you're showing the universe that you respect yourself. And the universe will support you. The universe will support you. Trust in yourself. You have the power. Take it back. Take it back. Don't sit in these situations where people are mistreating you day after day after day in and day out, day in and day out. You see, I know people on a job that they absolutely hate. It's a lot of people on the job they hate. They hate the job because they're toxic people on the job. Just badgering them all day, stressing them out all day. And all of that, and a number of these people stay on these jobs 20, 30 years, whatever, until they retire. And then when they retire, they'll go home and drop dead from all the pressure that they have endured dealing with these toxic people. People, take control of your life. And I basically talk to the ladies here because nobody talks to us. Nobody tells us anything. We have to learn as we go along. So I'm here to tell you the things that I've experienced. And hopefully it can help you to avoid some of the pitfalls and landmines that are out here just laying for you. Out here just laying for you. I hope that I've said something in this video that can help someone. I really do. toxic people are everywhere. Everywhere. But you need to learn how to walk away. Walk away and let it be. Walk away, work on yourself, and love yourself. Ladies, do that. And life will be good to you. You will find true happiness within yourself. Within yourself. So, ladies, thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you so much for leaving your wonderful comments. I do wish you well and much, much happiness. Stay strong, and I hope to see you next time.